Okay, I am back with another video like I had promised in my previous one, and here I am. I know. Anyway, so inactive on my channel, and it's honestly because I don't really have anything to talk about or any inspiration really. I figured this might be really fun, and it might be fun for us to get to know each other and be friends or whatever. I am gonna start doing these weekly videos, and I'm gonna try to upload a video every week now. I know. I'm going to call this a get to know me series. So it's just gonna be story time kind of chats and experiences that I have and little stories from my life. So if you're interested in that, that's what this playlist is going to be about. And so I'm gonna have a playlist dedicated to this kind of series. Tag is going to begin with my drunk stories. It's gonna begin with my drunk stories. So I'm just gonna start. If you know me, personally, in real life, which you probably don't, people who know me in real life know that I did not drink until I was out of high school. I'm not gonna say I didn't drink until I was 21 because that's a freaking lie. But I mean, compared to a lot of people I know, or drinking at 19, I was already a late bloomer. I'm just saying. One of our friends was leaving. She was moving to another state. So we were like, yeah, let's go out, let's have dinner. And it was a really bad, hot mess. Okay, you get up to this club, and there's this club called Vice. And Vice in Hawaii is an 18 plus, kind of club. Started drinking and stuff, and it was hilarious. We had a DD. Always have a DD when you go out drinking. Make sure your DD doesn't drink, because I know so many people who have DDs, but their DD ends up drinking. And I'm like, what's the point of having a DD, and what's the point of saying yes to being a DD? Anyway, with that life lesson aside, so we're out there, we're drinking, having a good time, and then my friend, I don't know if I should use the real names. I'm gonna use the real names. My friend Sam. Okay, so I'm with my friend Rochelle. We're off at the bar, and my friend Sam calls me and she's like, where are you? Because she's with her other friend Katie. And Sam calls me, she texts me and she's like, where are you? All serious. I'm looking at my phone, taking a shot, and I'm like, I'm with Rochelle at the bar. LOL, why? And she goes, I lost Katie. She told us, just letting you know, I get white girl wasted after 2 shots. So I'm like, oh my god, Rochelle, Sam lost Katie. And then, so she goes back, and Katie's, drunk off her. She's, dancing on this guy, full on, twerking, on this guy, who is 100% sober, by the way. And he was all and she's all ooh, yeah. There's, a little gate thing that they used to separate VIP and the DJ at this old club, which closed down already. We see Katie try to climb over it. We had to pull her out. Thank God the club closed. But obviously all 3 of us are really drunk, except 3 of us are drunk. Our DD is completely sober. Shout out to Sam. And then our friend Rochelle is like, oh my god, let's go out to Ginza. And we're like, girl, no, we got work tomorrow. Let's go home. And she's like, no. And then, of course, Katie's drunk. She's like, woohoo, yeah, let's go. And we're like, nope, we need to get home. So, Sam's driving us home. She told me this whole time, not okay, when you're drunk, but then you're not, incoherent? That was me. I was, drunk off my ass, but I was not incoherent. I was able to, go into Walmart and buy these 2 girls Coke and water and all that stuff. So I was completely coherent, just saying. But I still was really drunk because I still drank a lot that night. Or I feel like it was a lot. She tells me later, it was hilarious. She was just laughing because this whole time I was like, oh my god, am I classy? Am I keeping it classy, guys? Guys, am I classy? Am I classy? And I was just laughing so hard because that just means I was so concerned about looking ratchet. Back to the story. We get into Sam's car, and Sam's pulling out, and then Katie jumps out of the moving car, and we're like, what? I, being the one in the back seat, go after her. And I'm running, and I'm drunk. And she dives. Like, okay, so this other car was pulling out too, and their window was rolled down. And Katie literally shoves her way in, like, into the car window, and her ass is like dangling out. This is a car full of guys. She's like, these are my friends, I'm going home with them. And I'm like, girl, no you're not. We get her back into the car, and then we go home, whatever. I'm like in the car, and this whole time I've been so good. And I'm, keep in mind, my friend drives like a Mercedes Benz. I'm like, Sam, it's like, oh, I feel sick. I'm like, oh, I feel sick. And she's like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna pull over. And I'm like, yeah, you need to pull over. This girl, Katie, she cups her hands together, like, I'm not kidding you, she goes like this, and she like puts it up to my mouth, and she's like, I got you, girl. I opened the door a little too late, and I like vomited all over my friend's car. First hot mess night. So the second hot we go to the M for my B-Day. Sam's not with me this time. It's Rochelle and this other girl named Kristen, because Sam is a year younger than me. So of course I turned 21 and she's not 21 yet. So Kristen was saying, like, I was completely drunk, but I was like, yeah, let's go to Ginza. And Rochelle's like, okay, yeah. So we go to Ginza, and she said, outside, there's like this like outside smoking area. Apparently there was a guy who was carrying a rose, and he was gonna give it to his girl. But no, he wasn't. I took it from him, and I gave it to his girl. Girl, I love your shoes. And I told the guy how lucky he was to be with her. My friend was like saying how she was like telling me to wait in one spot, but then I all of a sudden was in another spot, and it was a good 21st birthday. It was a good 21st birthday. I have no regrets about that night whatsoever. My third, like, drunken story that I think is hilarious is when I was abroad in Italy, and actually my last few ones are going to be when I'm abroad in Italy. It's just funny. Anyway, so I was abroad in Europe, and of course we're in Italy, and we're in Florence, so naturally we have to go to a wine tasting in Chianti. Me and my roommate and like our friends and stuff. This was like our first wine tasting. Or like my first wine tasting. Maybe it wasn't their first wine tastings, but it was definitely my first wine tasting. We went on 2 wine tastings, and the first one you only drink like 3 different wines, and then the second one you go ham. So much wine. The second one, there's this like bucket in the middle, and they're like, oh, you know, take a sip and you spit it out, right? But we were like, what? No, we paid to come here. Like, we're not gonna waste any wine. We like made a pact. We're like, no one waste any wine. Like, you drink it all, chug it. And so I'm over there like chugging it, like, and I can feel myself getting wasted, but I'm like, oh no, I ain't no weak, you know? To get back on the bus, and if you know Italy, there's this town near like the Chianti like hills, and it's called San Gimignano, and everyone goes there because it's such a cute town and it's so quaint. So I've heard. And I'll get into that story. Like, quaint town. It has like the best gelato place apparently. Yeah, I didn't see it because when we got on that bus, I felt so sick. I was sitting next to my friend Kayla, vomited all over her leg, and she was wearing like a romper. So I was like, I vomited all over her leg and all over her cute bag. Like, everyone knew that I vomited on the bus. And when they took me down, I had to like lay down on this bench in this parking lot. And apparently other tourists were like, oh my god, like, what's wrong? My friend was like, wine tasting. And they're like, oh, I see. All my friends were telling me that they took like shifts on watching me so that they could all explore the city, and I was just there on the bench. My next drunk story happens okay, honestly, I want to tell you the story of how I got drunk in Instant in Budapest, which is my favorite nightclub, pub/club. It's awesome. If you're in Europe, you should definitely go to Budapest for one, because it's so beautiful. But if you are in Budapest, then you should go to Instant, because it's like the best. I wish I could tell you a story from then, but I honestly was so wasted. I don't remember anything. I'm gonna just tell you the story of one of my nights at Salamanca. If you're with me during study abroad, you would know that my favorite Spanish club is Salamanca. I had the most fun there. Because I was really close with the people, and I just like the food. And if you know me, I'm such a food person. Like, the food is so good, and their drinks are really good too. Like, I would go there for their sangria, and it was so good. I could like drink so much of it. It was so good. And right, we're like having a good time, and you know when you're drinking and you want to eat something to like go with it, go ask them for chips. Like, they love you, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, John Marco. I'm like over like the bar, and I'm like, John Marco, and he's like, yes, and I'm like, chips. I went after on my own, and like the next day or the next 2 days after, they told me that they ran out of chips for that night because we kept demanding chips. He's like, John Marco, he's like, yeah. I'm like, can I get chips with cheese on top? And he's like, okay, fine. So he puts cheese on top. For that round, I'm like, can I get chips with cheese and salsa and jalapenos? And he's like, are you asking me for nachos? I'm like, yeah. Oh my god, but he makes them for me. But I'm like, oh, I need the jalapenos on the side. And I want them to get soggy with the cheese. And he's like, and the owner tells me, he's like, so last night I called you cute. And I'm like, oh, cool, what did I say? Because I don't remember it at all. I told him, oh my god, really? You want to pinch my cheeks? And I like went like this, and he was just like, what? Like, no, I don't want to pinch your cheeks. And I was just like, oh, well, don't call me cute. Like, as if like that's what guys want to do when like they call you cute. You're like, oh my god, can I pinch? You want to pinch my cheeks then? Like, no, that was awkward. I think that's more awkward than funny. But I thought it was hilarious. And I hope this was a really fun video for you guys. I'm gonna wow. I'm gonna really try and get videos up for you now, like more often, because I mean, like I said, I feel really bad neglecting my channel. So right after this, I'm seriously sitting down and editing some videos so I can have this up for you by tonight or by tomorrow. And if you like these types of videos, let me know. I mean, this is just the first one, so if it's bad, like, I'm sorry, but there will be like a next topic kind of thing. And if you have suggestions for that, if there's something that you want to know about me, which isn't like, don't be weird, please, like, be like legit, you know, go ahead and comment down below what you want to know, or like what I should do for my next video, and maybe I'll do it, maybe, depending on if it's weird or not. Well, that's it, guys. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.